Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. Today's video is going to be a mid-month check-in. So let's go ahead and get started. So today, like I said, we are going to go over what I've spent so far in the month of January. I've been trying really hard to work on a no-spend month. But let's go ahead and get into all the different expenses I've had so far. Alright, so in the Focus On Now category, I'm really saving for Valentine's Day, my birthday, future live events, and then my boyfriend's birthday. So I haven't spent any money from any of these categories. I think that will change by the end of the month. I expect to order my boyfriend's Valentine's Day gift, so there's nothing there now, but I'm sure there will be a transaction a little later in the month. The only transaction I have in the Focus On Now category group is the interest and fees. I just don't know what I was thinking. I've been out of it. It's been a weird few months and I didn't pay off my credit card in time. I don't know. I paid it off in time, so there's no late fee, but interest accrued. I don't really know what happened. It's $4.49. This is a category that I had to create a few months ago because I did end up paying a couple dollars of interest. But I typically have this category hidden because it's not normal for me to pay interest. I pay off my credit cards usually. On time without paying anything. But so $4.49, it is overspent because I didn't budget for it, and I am gonna cover this with my next paycheck. In my emergency fund and Roth IRA category group, the only money I spent was $542, and that was for my Roth IRA contribution for January. I actually did this a little earlier today, and I'm filming on January 15th. I've decided that even though I contribute to this the month before, so I funded this in December, I'm gonna go ahead and only transfer the money to my Roth on the 15th. Let's see, I haven't spent any money on my bills. I usually pay my rent. It's due on the 1st, but I pay it like at the end of the previous month. So January's rent was paid in like December 28th or 29th or so, just so it's taken care of and it's out of the way. So the rent amount that I have here that's available is for February's rent. So that hasn't gone through. AT&T is set up for automatic payments and that has not gone through. And then ComEd is not due until the end of the month. All of my subscriptions have been paid for. These are due between the 1st and the 10th of the month, the Peloton being the last one, so that's taken care of. I forgot about Piff Sticks. I forgot that last month I skipped a month because I couldn't figure out how to cancel it, and I got charged. So it did skip a month in December, but I got charged for January. I was very upset when I found out about it this morning because it kind of breaks my no spend. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know if I'm counting it. I did email them to see if I can cancel the subscription that I'll be getting for this $17.95. It should come in February. I'm hoping that they'll say yes because it's early enough. The charge went through this morning and I emailed them a little later in the morning, so hopefully that goes away. And if so, I will take the money that I signed to this category on my next paycheck and then just reassign it to probably one of my Focus On Now categories. All right, this is where the majority of the spending is, and it is a lot. I feel like I've spent tons and tons of money on grocery. I'm still under budget, but I only have $96.77 left for the whole entire month, which is a little scary. I'm gonna pull up my calendar here. So today's the 15th. We did buy groceries already for the week, and it was a lot more. Well, not a lot more. It was more than I normally spend, about $15 more. And I think it's just because we bought different types of meats. Like we bought shrimp and salmon and ground beef and chicken. And we decided to try to make a chicken noodle soup today, which of course meant buying all the supplies for that, and it was pricey. So as you can see here, today alone I spent $53.61, and there have been a bunch of little small transactions throughout the week. These are just things that we forgot to buy on our big grocery haul, or we changed our mind on what we were gonna eat, those type of things. So we just ran to the store and bought a few things throughout the week, and then a big grocery haul today. And again, this is all for my half. My boyfriend pays, his own half. So we have $96.77 left for the month. And groceries are purchased for this week. I'll do grocery shopping again on the 22nd and 29th. We are cutting it close. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay under budget, because I have noticed my grocery bill is a little higher than I'm used to paying. So I might go over, but I'm trying my hardest to not buy extras. Even with making an attempt, I don't know if this is going to happen. It's a little close, but we'll see. Oh, interesting. Dining out, I spent an even $100. That's kind of wild. We went to a Mexican restaurant yesterday. It's a brand new one that we haven't gone to before. Randomly, I've eaten out. I've eaten my work lunch out 3 times so far this month of January, which is a lot in a 2-week period for now. With my previous job, I ate out every day because I never knew what to do. I figured something out that works well for me. And so I haven't really been eating out for work lunches, but randomly I have 3 in this 2-week period. I'm definitely going to cut back on that for the rest of the month, because I don't need to be spending that kind of money, and it's not good. But I do like it because when I'm at work, that's when I can eat more fast foody restaurants like McDonald's or Raising Cane's. Those are things that we typically don't go to with my boyfriend. We'd rather go to a nicer sit down meal. And just because they're not really in our area, mostly. That's really the biggest thing. The closest McDonald's is less than a mile away, but you have to walk a mile to get there and a mile back to eat it at home, and they don't have a sit down area, so it just doesn't make sense to do that. I think other than that, we have a Taco Bell close to us by the train station, but Taco Bell is not my favorite, so that's why we don't eat a ton of fast food. But I have spent a good chunk of money for the first half of the month on dining out. This does not include our anniversary dinner, which was funded with our anniversary sinking fund. But I do think I should be able to stay under the $150. I mean, if we eat out once per weekend, that's 2 weekends that we have left in the month, so I should be good there. Treats, I've spent $12.38. This is mostly just vending machine treats at my work. It looks like a couple of Jewel transactions, but those were probably a soda or something. Nothing for miscellaneous, nothing for cash gifts. Next is my clothes, shoes, and accessories category. This is just my shopping category. This is a big, huge problem area for me. And there is activity this month, but it's actually a credit. If you remember, in my January reset video, I go over my favorite purchases of the month, and that was a Patagonia coat that I bought for $440 or $50 or something. Well, the coat was too big. It was way too big. It just swallowed me up. And I couldn't get a smaller size. And I didn't really want a smaller size because a smaller size would have been a little, tight with all the sweaters and layers that I wear to work. So I ended up returning that coat, and I bought a different coat. And that did happen in January, but I'm not going to count it against my no spend or my low buy or no buy or whatever, because it was just an exchange. I wouldn't have purchased that coat had I not returned the other one. I still consider that technically okay. If anything, I got $92.67 back into my budget, which is awesome. It was a slightly cheaper coat. Well, not slightly cheaper. $100 is a lot of money, but that's the only transaction here. It's the coat that I purchased at North Face, and then the REI return. Next is my yearly category group, and I don't have any expenses for this category group. This is something that I'm working on saving up for when these charges go through. I'm ready to pay them, so no surprise there. And then I have sinking funds, and let's see here. So I spent $88 on my anniversary meal with my boyfriend. I ended up treating him. We went to a barbecue spot near our apartment. It's really cute. The barbecue food was okay. I don't think it was really the vibe that we like for barbecue food. So we went to Franklin's Barbecue in Austin, Texas a few years ago, and that was so good that I feel like no other barbecue food has been able to live up to it. It was good. It was a nice time. We've been wanting to go for a while. I'm glad we went, but I don't think we would go again because $88 for the two of us is pricey. This doesn't include any drinks or anything. I didn't even get a soda. He didn't get anything either. It was just like our meal. In mine, I like upgraded my side, so it was like $2.50 extra from mac and cheese. So there's that, and then he did get an extra side, but like nothing crazy, and still a little pricey. So, and then a $20 transaction at Starbucks for a Secret Santa gift for my team member. I had forgotten about this in December, otherwise I would have purchased it then before I reallocated the money I had in my Christmas sinking fund category, but yeah, that's what that's for. And that's it. We're just down to Wishlist, Wish Farm. There's really nothing I've purchased there. These are just items that I'm wanting to buy, and I actually do have a few items to add to Wishlist, but I'll do that later. Below these categories are just like reimbursement categories for my boyfriend, my sister, and other, and then just like my credit card categories. So that's all the spending that I have for the first half of January. I'm concerned about groceries. I'll likely go over, but if I do go over, I think that I will be under in my dining out, that I can cover it. So I'm a little worried, but not too bad. The thing that I'm most proud of though is the fact that I have not spent any money on my personal shopping. This is something that was really a problem for me the last few months of the year. So while it's only been 2 weeks, we're only 15 days into the year. It feels like quite an accomplishment. And honestly, there were, I want to say like the last week or so of December, I didn't buy, well, I may have bought my coat. I bought my coat the day after Christmas. I don't think I bought anything else after that. So it's been longer than 2 weeks, but 2 weeks since I've been tracking like a no spend, and I'm very, very proud of that. I just want these categories to build up a little bit so that eventually when I do want to buy something, I have money to pull from these without having to like move money around or whatever. So it's going well. But yeah, these two overspent categories we went over, so nothing new there. I think the next video I'm gonna film probably right after this one is kind of an update video. I've been thinking a lot about my reports and what information I want to get from them, so I think I'm going to reorganize my categories and create different category groups just so the reports give me info that I want. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.